I'm gonna answer these thoroughly.
I mean, we have the queue time stuff.
Okay, I'll do the explanation and then I'll warm us up. Thankfully, we can edit and redo whatever we want, so if it doesn't work out, we could just do it again! Anyway, what I'm planning on doing this time, because my last Q&A was the most awkward thing under the sun, was, well, that and it's just more interesting to have another person around. I'm gonna have my slave here read out the questions in any order she wants to. So I'm not gonna know what questions are here, and I haven't read any of the questions either. So it'll be whatever. Like, yes, it'll be raw emotion. Waves hands. Alright. Let's try and do a question and see how it turns out. If it sucks, then we'll just do it again some.
At last the roof goes on, and nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong!
Carnage Trooper X, the rest of your question will be covered later, but unfortunately for whatever reason, the thank you portions of the questions weren't read out during the question reading. So for your question and everyone else's, I'm going to be going back through as I was harvesting them and seeing the tragedy that took place, and responding to the thank you portions, so all of that's probably going to be at the start of the video, I imagine. And the questions themselves will be later on down the line. But anyway, I want to thank you for your kind words. I'm really glad the news harvesting helps you. It really does mean a lot because I know there are other channels doing the same thing, and I'm really glad I managed to, you know, catch things they miss or just reliably get it out on time. I try to get most of this stuff out as quickly as I can, and I'm really glad it's appreciated. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you so much. And doubt, as with Carnage Trooper, the question itself will be answered a little bit later on. I think I put that one near the front too because I really like that one. But anyway, I wanted to thank you for your thank you. Harvesting the conversations, especially when they get chatty, it can be pretty daunting sometimes. I know there are times when they get especially chatty. I try to keep the past conversations kept in another folder once I'm done with them, and then I'll have a main batch of the current ones I'm working on in a different folder. And when I'm dragging the old ones over, there have been a few times where it's been like, oh, 165 little pictures taken. It's quite a few. And I try to order them relatively as to what the conversation is about. Yeah, it can be pretty... I'm sure I've missed some by now. And hopefully it hasn't been any too important. But yeah, it can be a little bit of a task sometimes. It's not necessarily difficult, but it can be mentally straining after other things during the day. So I wanted to say thank you for your thank you. I'm very glad it helps people. It's definitely a something, but I'm glad everyone enjoys it. And Dylan Davis, as with the others, thank you for your thank you. I'm really glad it helps. It means a lot that the videos help people out. I know I'm going to be saying that again and again, but it really does mean a lot. I'm very happy that people are able to get use from these little guys. I'll keep repeating the same things, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I cannot state it enough. And as you guys have probably noticed by now, I put the text up because I'm usually too lazy to re-record things, so I'm recording these ones now because they really do mean a lot and I want to be sure they're safe. So, thank you. This one, I am not even going to try to read it out, as I'm afraid I would very likely butcher it. I can barely speak English, as you guys have heard, and I don't want to butcher anyone else's language. I had to use Google Translate for it, not gonna lie. It said, according to Google Translate, I like your videos, but I'm Brazilian. And I wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I've noticed there's a lot of people from Brazil, and I think it was Russia are the big two from other countries that watch my videos, and I feel really bad because I'm not able to translate them myself, but I know there are a few channels who have asked me about translating my videos into other languages, and I gave them the okay to go do that. So if I can find the links, if I still have them, I'll put them down below. But that's assuming I can find them. I don't know if there's been a Brazilian one. I think I've seen a French and a Russian one. But hopefully someone over there covers these, because I always feel kind of bad about that. But unfortunately I only speak English, and I would honestly call that the bare minimum sometimes, given my ability to speak. But yeah, thank you for watching them, and I'm really glad you can enjoy them even if you don't necessarily speak the same language. I hope you're able to get at least some out of it. Unfortunately, like some of the others, this one wasn't in with the rest of the batch. But William, I really greatly appreciate your comment. It's really... So, you mentioned chill. That was actually part of why I kept the music the same. So I know Ravenous used to use the Acts of God soundtrack for his videos. And originally I was looking through the Isle soundtrack to try and find another background music to use. But most of the Isle background music is very, very like, action-packed, I guess you could say. It's more like battle themes and stuff like that. It's heavier. If I could put a word to it, I guess I would call it heavier. Acts of God is the only one that's like calm and soothing and stuff, and I really wanted to keep that feeling. Hope kind of has it. Anyway, I'm glad you really liked them, and I'm glad it helps you calm down a little bit, because yeah, I know the feeling about, you know, wanting to chill out after work and stuff. And I'm really, really glad it helps you relax a bit. Thank you again for your question. I'm sorry it wasn't in the main batch, so you get the more awkward setting where I get to sit in my room all alone and talk to myself and contemplate how on earth do YouTubers do this. But I'm really glad that you dropped the comment in, and I'm really, really glad it helps you calm down. Like, I can't express properly how much that means. Like, being able to just, you know, relax after a long day. I'm very, very glad it helps you do that, because, again, I know that feeling. Oh boy. And Sergeant Regis, as with the other ones, the last bit wasn't read out. I wanted to say thank you for your comment as well. Yeah, live streams are... they're not my favorite. Like, they're really great for information, and they definitely are the ones people watch the most, by far. But, yeah, keeping up with them is a nightmare, but I'll get to that a little bit in your question. But I wanted to say thank you, and I'm glad you appreciate it. Alrighty, Jurassic Gamer with the giant thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to hear you comment on all of them. I try to look at the comments at least early on, but usually I'll get distracted afterwards. But I know I've seen yours around every now and again, and I am incredibly grateful for the comments. YouTube's very finicky about how it shows videos to people, and so especially the videos I have with the smaller times, like 2 minutes and stuff, YouTube's like, oh my gosh, people are only watching this video for like a minute, so this one isn't gonna get shown to as many people, sorry. and a minute out of 2 minutes is honestly pretty good because out of the 8-minute videos, most of them only have about 3 minutes of watch time or whatever. So I mean, it YouTube things, but anyway, the comments help a lot. YouTube sees them and it's like, oh, people like this. Okay, I guess we'll continue to show it to people. I've had my friends comment about not being able to find a video every now and again on their dashboard, and then I have to link it directly. Sometimes I forget to spam them and say like and subscribe and all that YouTube things. It's mandatory now if I'm gonna do the YouTubes. But anyway, in all seriousness, thank you so much, and it's nice to see you again. And Tina Willis, as with the others, this part wasn't read out, the part about, you know, you like watching the videos and stuff, so I wanted to be sure it was said. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate hearing that. And when your question's answered, I know it's going to be a lot of whining, but I mean, I can only really say I do enjoy doing the videos so many ways. I guess one better way of putting it that I didn't think of back when I was recording the question, I'll keep the rest in, don't worry, because I'm too lazy to edit all of that out when I went through and explained so much. But one thing would be a lot of what I like in a job, when this part got cut out, I think, of the main video. But I like being able to go in and do relatively the same things again and again. I would think I'll have one scene in there that mentions repetitive tasks, and the main part got cut out. But basically what I was saying was, one of the things I do not like is going into work and being worried that something will happen that I don't know how to deal with. And something about, like with the videos for instance, it isn't like that. There's a template, and I basically just have to follow it minus a few changes here and there. Some long messages have to be adjusted a little bit, some of the small ones have to be adjusted, stuff like that, but all in all it's going to be relatively the same thing again and again and again. And yeah, it can be mentally draining a little bit, especially when there's like a few hundred of them to work with, but in the end it's something that I really like because it's not going to be something where I go up to do a video and be like, oh my gosh, this happened, I don't know how to deal with it, what am I going to do? Because, as I kind of touched earlier, back when I would start new jobs and stuff, that was always the most frightening thing about it. You're starting a new job and you don't always know what to do or how to deal with everything. So you're worried about having to go to your boss or something because this thing just happened and you don't quite understand how to deal with it. And you're lost and confused, and it's like that child standing in a store all alone moment where you've lost your parent or whatever. It's something like that. And that's one of the feelings that I really don't like. So when it comes to the videos, one of the reasons I enjoy doing them is that it's something that it's reliable, I guess I could say. It's gonna be the same no matter what. Like, if there's a video in it, yeah, I can pasta that in easy. If there's some pictures, yeah, easy. But there's nothing that I can think of, at least right now, that would cause me to have to do anything seriously different with how the videos are done. Unless I were to overhaul how I make them look again, but it's the same thing. Like, I'm doing the videos, I'm not gonna run into anything that I'm gonna be stumped on, that I'm gonna be like, I can't deal with this, or I can't handle this. I don't know how to handle this. So it's something relatively easy, and it's a little bit mentally draining, but I can deal with it easy enough. So it's something constant, I guess would be another word to describe it. So yes, that's why I enjoy doing them, and that's why I continue to do them. Along with, of course, the fact that it helps people. That's probably the reason I continue to do them. If it weren't for that, I probably would have stopped a while back. Not necessarily because it's unfun or anything, but, you know, interest wanes sometimes. But knowing it helps so many people, I'm able to stay motivated, stay interested, even if I haven't played the game itself in months and months and months. I'm still excited to see where the game goes. If it weren't for that, I probably would have stopped keeping up with the game quite a while ago because I just, you know, it gets slow sometimes. But this keeps me interested, keeps me going, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm getting to see a lot of stuff I would have otherwise missed. So yeah, I very much enjoy it, and I'm glad you enjoy watching them. That really means a lot.
So next question is from Sergeant Rages. And he asks, where do you come from / what's your time zone? I don't know how you can manage to keep up with all the live streams now.
I die, that's how. Mountain time, I'm not gonna give which area, because, no. Stranger danger! What'd you say? Sorry.
Oh no, doxing.
Yeah, that. The way I keep up with that stuff is miracle. I have a bad sleeping schedule. I stay up sometimes until like 6 or something a.m. and I hate myself because I barely get any sleep. But anyway, I have a little bit of help. There's one person I live with who will start recordings for me if she happens to see that there's recordings or streams going on. But if she doesn't see it and I don't see it, then yeah, I'll miss it. We've missed a few because of time zones, because Amarok will stream at strange times, or Philippe sometimes will. Usually it's Amarok, but I guess the short version would be I have one helper to record stuff on my computer when I'm asleep, and I sleep terribly, so I'm usually sometimes bye. Was that a terror shot?
Yeah.
Oh, you bet, prisoner. Bye. Sorry, but bye. Anyway, I have one helper and a bad sleep schedule. Mountain time, you know. It's not fun. I'm glad someone appreciates how horrible keeping up with the streams is, because I don't like it. The streams are by far the best sources of information, but they hurt so much.
So, I will get your name when we get out of this hellhole.
As Luca goes down.
Pretty much someone asked, do you enjoy making the videos that you do?
Yes, it depends on the... Yes, it depends. There are some times, of course, where I'm gonna be like, I really don't want to do this today, or I don't want to do this right now. Like, the long videos, it feels overwhelming sometimes, because there can be like 100 little pictures that I have to organize and size, and it's not a lot of work. I'll make, like, me ranting about it makes it sound like it's more work than it is. But it's tedious, and I don't always like it. But generally speaking, yes, I do enjoy it. Please don't hit me. Thanks.
Okay, well, now that I'm dead, let me see who was okay, so Tina Willis was the one who asked that. I'm sorry.
Hello, Tina Willis. Anyway, streams are another story. Like, Amarok's streams are easier to do because he plays music, and it... Again, there was the, there's the little volume thing at the bottom in Sony Vegas, and sometimes I can roughly tell if he's talking or not. Unless he's playing the music super loud, in which case no. But... Oh, I stole best deduction, nice. Anyway, and then I can kind of skip around on Amarok sometimes. But in Q&A ones like Philippe, I'm gonna have, or if Amarok does Q&A, he's done it a few times, it's rare, but he's done it. Then I have to listen and watch the whole thing instead of being able to kind of, you know, cut a few little corners, which is always nice because sometimes they stream for like friggin' 5 hours, and that's a lot of time, son. Let me tell you, 5 hours. But anyway, generally speaking, voice crack. Generally speaking, if my voice will cooperate, yeah, I do enjoy making the videos. But I will also say there have been many, many, many times where I've been like, Why am I here just to suffer? And I will say, as cliche as it sounds, are you ready? As cliche as it sounds, I will continue doing it for the masses, for the greater good, the kind souls, the kind subscribers, and commenters. But no, in all seriousness, there have been a few times where I'm like, okay, I've done this for a while now, and I'm like, you know what? There's other people doing it, I'm done with these. But then there's times where, you know, like in the Philippe's stream, you know the one where he said the thing, and I sent you the thing that he said, that someone else had pointed out to him. I saw that, and I was like, you people are amazing and beautiful. Well, that and the comments in general. Like, I get so many people saying, thank you for what you do, it helps me stay informed, because either they don't have Discord, which I completely understand, because screw giant Discords, I hate giant Discords. I'm just here to suffer. I didn't ask for this life. It chose me. None of my friends were in it, so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll join. And I'll keep you guys in the loop. But anyway. There's a lot of people who either don't have Discord, or they are in the Discord. Like, I see a lot of people in my comments that are from the Discord, but they just miss it because, again, the devs put all of this stuff in the general aisle discussion where everyone's spamming a mile a minute most of the time, so it gets buried instantly. So unless you feel like either digging through everything or searching the dev names, which is generally what I do, like, that will get you them pretty quickly, but you still have to go through whatever comments they've been making, and sometimes they just do idle chatter. Like, sometimes there's nothing interesting. And if you haven't been checking up on them in a while, they'll have either have pages and pages of stuff to look through, or you'll have nothing for like eons. So it depends. Anyway, if I can stop trailing off. See, I do this even when I'm not playing a game. It's just what I do. Where was I going with that? There's a lot of people who thank me and say if it weren't for this channel, I wouldn't be able to keep up with this because they keep hiding all the info and stuff. Like, they don't post most of that stuff off of Discord, which is kind of annoying, but you know. So if I weren't doing the videos, I would honestly feel pretty bad. Because for one, you guys have been supporting the channel for checks watch over a year now. And two, you guys have been incredibly nice while supporting the channel for over a year. Like, if you guys sucked, I wouldn't be here. Let's be real. Like, no one wants to have a community that sucks, but you guys are great. And so if I were to leave, I would just feel really, really bad. So I don't do that. That, and again, generally I enjoy it, so it's fine. It works out! You people are beautiful, and it makes it worth it, and it makes me smile when I see those comments like, thank you for what you do. And I'm like, no, points, thank you, random citizen. So thank you, Tina, was it? Let me,
Yeah, it was Tina.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for putting in this question and for, you know, hanging out and being Tina. Oh, I just thought of something. Tina question. So, one add-on for that. One thing I do not like when it comes to the videos. Again, most generally speaking, I will stress this enough. I don't want to just sound like I'm whining and hate my life. I like it. But there is one other thing I'm kind of cry over when it comes to the videos. Because this is a news channel, I have to try and get these things out as soon as I possibly can. Like, in theory, I could sit on it for like a friggin' week or two if I wanted to. But I don't want to do that because, so back when Ravenous was doing his thing, I would be at the edge of my seat waiting for his videos every single day. And I was like, oh man, is there gonna be more goodies today? And I would watch through every single one of them. I loved them. So I remember what it was like being on the other side of that. And I try and get out the stuff as soon as I can, especially when it comes to streams and stuff. So that's one thing I don't like, is having to slam my fist against the table multiple times and try and get the videos out really fast. Because, like, in theory, again, I could sit on it, but that feels kind of scummy in some ways, being like, oh yeah, I've got all this information, but I'm not going to share it with you right now, because I don't feel like it. Screw you people. You beautiful people who do nothing but support me. Screw you guys. I'm just going to sit on my butt. So I try not to do that. I try and get it out as soon as I can. It's not always pleasant, but again, you guys support me, you guys watch and do all those likes and subscribes and comments and stuff. So I do not want to just go and do half of what I could. I want to try and do my best. TM. Like, it's not always my best. I'm gonna make mistakes, but let's not talk about that. Let's shove the mistakes under the table that I'm sure I've made 1,000 times, but anyway, I think, yeah, okay. I think I'm good there. My train of thought has crashed. I'm good.
This was on one of your videos. It wasn't in the community post. But Dragon Lord asks, I always wonder though, why do you have the logo of the game over the chat boxes?
The classic. Okay. Alright. I'll answer it. Okay, I've answered this a ton of times. A decent amount of you guys will already know why it's there. Basically, I'll answer it again. So, when I started doing the videos, I knew, because it's the nature of the internet, that if it ever kicks up, and even if it didn't, that's just how it be. Like, people would take stuff anyway and use it for their own stuff. Oops, I need to try again. I knew at some point I would have to probably do something like a watermark, because people will snatch video stuff and put it in their own videos and claim it as their own, instead of, you know, going through the Discord themselves, harvesting all of the screenshots themselves, and organizing things all themselves. But that's apparently too much work for these people. There was one in particular, I won't name names, you guys have probably already seen which one, and I am not going to start that kind of drama, but there was one in particular who, early on in his channel, when he decided to start doing news, decided it was a fantastic idea to literally copy pasta a whole bunch of the streams I had done, the videos I had done, etc., etc., and not give any indication that he wasn't the one who made those. And yes, I can tell, because there's the exact same timestamps, the exact same order, the exact same fade in, fade out times. It goes on and on and on. I've spent hours on these videos, I know what they look like. And again, this is public information, so he could have gone through and done it all himself, but he didn't. And that is what picks... I was trying to go in between ticks and pisses and got picks. Anyway, it grinds my goats. It gets my gears. I was not pleased. Like, taking things and claiming you're the one who did the thing is never good. It's stupid. Like, oh hi, we got Leo again. Anyway, like, I post other people's stuff, like the streams and whatnot, but I'm not going around saying, oh yes, this is my stream, by the way. I made this stream. This is all mine. I am Philippe. You know, the Philippe. That is me. I'm not saying I made all those Discord posts and stuff. I'm just doing the editing, man. And the editing does take time, and that is sometimes hours and hours of time. The watermark is there because the very second I started watermarking with my channel stuff, he stopped taking my stuff. Except for a few streams later on, which someone called him out for, and it did have my watermark still on it. So someone was easily able to call him out for it and be like, you didn't even credit the original poster. And he's like, lol, I forgot. And it's like, bro, you what?
Do you see the Shikonpachiro?
Yeah, exactly, and I'll put that picture in. Anyway.
Holy
Yeah, me exactly, you know. For one, this game, but two, the whole scenario was a mess. And of course YouTube won't help, because even though it can see it's the exact same as my video, it's like, nah, this is a fraudulent. So, what was it? Oh yeah, someone called him out for not giving credit to the original person who watched hours of footage and then compiled it. Yeah, the person who did that, there was no credit for that, even though my logo was friggin' splat dab right there. Which is why I have the URL there as well when it comes to streams. I took the URL out for the usual Discord ones because he stopped taking those once I put the watermark on. But with streams, he still does, and he still doesn't always give credit to that. And I'm sure most of you know who exactly I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway. So that's cool. But anyway, yeah, YouTube won't help because they're like, this is clearly a fraudulent copyright claim, even though it's literally a copy pasta of the video that I've marked, but, you know. Meanwhile, legit fraudulent claims continue to happen on YouTube to this day. Bravo, YouTube. Very good. Anyway, long story, slightly shorter. Oh hey, it's the clown. Good. Idiot was taking my stuff and basically claiming he did all the work instead of, you know, just plopping a URL or saying, oh yeah, this person did it, not me. You know, basic human stuff. Because you know the exact source. It's not like a meme where it's spread through the ages, or sometimes stream clips will be spread by so many people you don't know who originally recorded and edited it. And in that case, yeah, you can't really do anything about it. But in this case, it's incredibly obvious who did it. Because there's only one sauce. But, you know. Anyway. Yeah. Not happy. Basically, the watermark's there because someone kept taking stuff, claiming it as his own, and the moment I put the watermark on, he stopped doing that. Mostly. Like I said for, oh hey, spider. Like I said, with some streams he'll still do it. Even though my friggin' thing is right.
Oh. Oh.
Switch back, son.
Oh.
There's gonna be two nabs.
Wait, do I go back then?
Yeah, just do it. She was freaking out. Just do it, son.
I'm sorry. It's back to
But, yeah. Watermark's there to try and curb a little bit of, you know, stuff getting yoinked that I spent hours of work on. And this person, again, he could easily just do it himself. I cannot stress this enough. It's out in the open. And I'm not angry that someone else is doing new stuff. I'm angry that someone took my version of it, like literally my video, to skip the hours of work and to skip all the compilation, all of the resizing and all that crap, and go straight to having it done. And then just talking over it sometimes. And yeah, that's what I'm upset at. I don't care if he does it himself, which he does now, by the way. Last I knew. I haven't looked because I don't care to keep looking. I only end up seeing it when someone sends me something. But anyway, most of the people who have been around know this, thankfully. And that's why the watermark is there. Because I've had tons of issues like this. His is just the most notable. I've heard people say like 4 other channels do this. But, again, you know. And that's why the thing is there. And that is also why I will not make it smaller or put it off to the side because it literally defeats the purpose. I've had people ask me to put it off to the side or to make it smaller, and I'm like, you know that's not the purpose of a watermark, right? The purpose of a watermark is to prevent someone from literally taking it or cropping it out. Basically taking your stuff easy peasy. That is what it is there for. So it cannot be shrunk, it will not be moved, it will be there. Because I do this stuff and put hours of work into it, I'd rather... If someone's gonna take it, I'm gonna want them to work for it. They're gonna have to remove the watermark or make it go super JPEG. Because, yeah, I mean, it's the same as any other watermark. I used to have it as just the URL, and then someone made a fancy thing, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to use instead. Slightly nicer. In theory, the URL one is the superior one, but I like the other one and it gets the job done. Generally speaking, people don't take the watermarked one because it's soiled. Yeah.
Okay, so Fluff asked, did you realize you pressed Ravenous in subs?
First of all, hello Fluff, I recognize that. Oh, sorry, were you still going?
Other, like, semi-follow-up to that question too, it says, did it feel like an accomplishment to you, or was it not that much of a big deal? You can continue now.
Okay, sorry, I recognized Fluff's name and I'm like, Fluff! I've seen him a few times in the comments and I like seeing him around. I think I've seen him in the Discord as well. Waves digitally. Hi. Anyway, I didn't actually realize, I forgot, Ravenous got to what, was it like 7 some odd K subs? I don't remember what did it get to.
Yeah, around 7K.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't actually realize that until, like, just recently-ish. I think someone mentioned it. Oh yeah, it was you, because you saw the question and it spoiled it. How dare you. But I mean, it does give me fuzzies. But to be fair, I think Ravenous only... How long was he around? Did he do videos? I don't remember. Was it only a few months? But regardless, it is an accomplishment, a big one. At least in my eyes it is. Like, the whole thing, in my eyes, is a big accomplishment. Because I didn't expect it to get as big. I think I've said that a lot, but I'm gonna say it each time. I didn't expect it. Like, I expected it to go nowhere because YouTube. And there were plenty of other people doing the same thing. And so I was like, it's not gonna go far, but I'm gonna try it. And people liked it! So yes, I'm very happy. It feels like an accomplishment, and I'm very pleased to hear that.
Okay, and with that, I'm going to reset the queue.
No! No, good kick. I didn't even realize it's been 10 minutes. Time flies when you're answering questions from lovely people. Wink.
What? Hard eyes. Wait, I need to give you the bongo cat heart so you can use it.
Alright, this one has never gotten the main batch. I sent it and I think she kind of forgot to read it. But anyway, Rum Truffler, hello, asked, well, said you could do some Isle lore or gameplay speculation streams or videos over Christmas. That is a really good suggestion. I'm going to be testing single player games and just like non-game stream stuff hopefully soon. I just haven't had time recently. But I hope to test that out, and I think chat streams such as, you know, the speculation stuff, that might be interesting, or just the quote-unquote chill streams that people do. I see a lot of those. Maybe people would enjoy that. Well, I'm playing some single-player game. I don't know, but as for videos over Christmas, I'm hoping that there's more Isle stuff by then, because the Isle ones are relatively easy to do, and I've been working on some of the Arc ones. I think I meant... did I mention? I don't remember. I thought I might have mentioned I had some Arc gameplay with a friend, but it would only go so far and it would never be quote-unquote complete. granted, to be honest, with Ark, there really isn't. I mean, there's the bosses and stuff, but there's no completing Ark, so to speak. Like, there's always, unless you do like the full tier bosses, and even then, there's still like stuff you can tame, stuff you can go do, stuff you can build if you're into building. So I think originally I was worried about doing the Ark ones because I was like, well, it's never going to be complete, but I'll probably just work on those and do them anyway. There wasn't a whole lot. Well, there was a lot of playing it, but I'll have to see how much of it I can actually use for videos and stuff. It's been a while and it's taking up space on my computer. I need to get rid of it, but I've been working on other stuff. But yeah, I hope to do Isle ones would be great because I know most people will want to see that. But aside from Isle stuff, I'll have some Ark ones hopefully. And if my computer can handle streaming Ark in single player, I'll probably do something like that as well. But we'll have to see. If it can't handle streaming Ark, which I wouldn't be surprised because Ark is demanding on its own, I'll see about other games for sure.
That smile is menacing, good sir.